They're all taking their partners. Won't somebody ask me? No. Nobody's even looking at me, and if they are, they're all saying, no, not her, she's not the one. Don't they know how much I want to dance? How well I can dance?
May I introduce my friend, Prince Andrei Bolkonsky?
Is he going to ask me? Is he?
May I have the pleasure of this dance?
Yes, Prince. Yes, you may. I have been waiting an eternity for you.
War and Peace by Leo Tolstoy. Dramatized by Marcy Kahan and Mike Walker. Episode 5. Country Pleasures.
At the Treaty of Tilsit, Napoleon, the Emperor Napoleon Bonaparte, as he was now called, was generous to his imperial cousin. Russia had received half of Poland and was given French permission to annex Finland. The army was withdrawn to barracks and occupied itself with manoeuvres and home leave. It is as well perhaps to be wary of the generosity of tyrants, but for us it appeared the future was assured. New ideas of reform were in the air. And with the young Tsar on the throne and peace in Europe, men and women were free to turn away from these great events and get on with their lives.
You're looking very pleased with yourself.
And you're looking very beautiful.
And you, my dear Pierre, are looking very closely at the Rostov girl.
Doesn't she dance well?
She has a good partner. Bolkonsky may be a narrow-minded bore, but he can lead.
No, you don't understand, Andre. Look, he's different. Alive. They make a fine couple, don't they?
Bolkonsky and that chit of a girl, Pierre. Sometimes you are such a fool.
Countess, you are not dancing, and that is a crime. May I have the pleasure?
Boris, of course you may.
She is a handsome woman, but hard, as if she's been varnished by all the looks that have passed over her. And little Natasha Rostov? No, she's not little anymore. Tonight, she's growing up.
We have met before, Countess. Do you remember? At your country estate. You were visiting friends and returned late.
And I thought you were... But I hardly saw you at all, Prince.
I overheard you that night. You were on your balcony talking to your cousin Sonia about the moon and flying.
Oh,
and
no!
It was charming. Yes, I thought then... How do you like the ball?
I have never enjoyed myself so much in my life. I think we're serving supper, Prince. I must go in with Papa and Mama.
Of course. Perhaps later we might dance again.
I hope so.
If she speaks first to her cousin Sonia, she will be my wife.
Sonia! Sonia!
What rubbish comes into one's head? My wife? But she is charming, yes. Original, certainly. She won't be dancing here a month before somebody does marry her.
You seem to have made quite a hit, my dear. There are half a dozen young fellows queuing up for a dance. Oh, and Sonia, too.
Quite the belles of the ball.
It's all so... It's like a dream, like a fairy story. And there's poor old Pierre Bezukov looking so gloomy, and to think... Count, isn't it delightful, isn't it?
Yes, I'm very glad.
He's a dear fellow, but...
With a wife like Hélène.
How can you be unhappy? On a night like this, how can anyone in the whole wide world be unhappy?
Excuse me, Countess. I came to call on your parents. They showed me in here. I didn't know...
Of course, that's, I'll call Papa.
I am sure they already did so. You sing?
I practice. Well, sometimes.
Prince Bolkonsky, how good of you to call.
Not at all, Count. I was passing
Of course, but they've left you standing. Natasha, offer the princess...
Please, Count, I want nothing. I just...
No, you must stay to dinner, my dear fellow. Natasha, tell your mother the prince will be staying for dinner.
I don't want to intrude.
You won't be Prince. Papa loves company.
If I stay, will you sing for me?
Sing? Of course she'll sing. She likes nothing better, don't you, my dear?
Will you?
Count's business, it's all beyond me, Prince. In the country, I keep horses, dogs for hunting, and we must have a dozen folk who live with us as permanent guests. It's no wonder it's all a mystery.
It's often a question of having a first-class steward, Count. Or you have a son who might...
Nikolai, yes, he's with his regiment. I know peace has been declared, but there are manoeuvres and it's a fine career for a young fellow. Sit, Prince, please.
Thank you.
Oh, Natasha, did you not promise to sing for us?
I promised to sing for Prince Bolkonsky. But perhaps he's too tired now. Or too full.
I would love to hear you sing, Countess.
Very well. Sonia, will you turn the music for me? What are you going to sing?
Prince, I understand you know our friend Boris Drubetskoy.
I do know the young man, yes.
They all say he has a brilliant future ahead of him.
Pierre Bezukov knows him better than I do. But I believe you are correct. He has all the talents necessary for success in our society.
Except a fortune.
My sister Maria writes to me that her friend Julie Karagan has been seeing something of the young man.
Well, they say she has enough fortune for two.
Little mother, do not scold me, just because I love him so. Hear my heart, oh, it is beating. See my tears, how fast they flow.
These are fine people. In the country, I thought them boring, but here in St. Petersburg, they seem so simple, so sincere. Of course, they don't know what a treasure they have in this young woman. Natasha. So alive. So full of hope. I thought that my life was over. With Lisa's death. With the stupidity of war. I thought everything was lost until I heard her voice that night in the country.
Isn't the moon just delicious? I want to crouch down and hug my knees and fly away to the moon, just like a witch. It's so beautiful and... Oh, I don't know. I don't know.
As far as she knew or cared, I might never have been born. And now, because of her, I thought I could never feel again. And yet, now I feel that although she and I are merely people, only bodies, yet within us, within her and within me, there is something infinitely great. Something that has no borders, no limits.
Well, how do you like my voice, Prince? No, I didn't mean...
I like your voice very much, Countess. Just as I like everything you do.
Hand of physique, anyone? cob there, Your Honours. He's too good for a carriage.
I've a lot to learn about horses, Semyon.
Pierre, what's this? Becoming a racing man?
Andre! No, not at all. My father's stables. I had to do something with them.
You leave him to us, sir. You won't have anything to worry about.
Listen to the man who knows, my friend.
That usually turns out to be you, Andre. But,
Go on, say it.
you're different lately. They say you spend hardly any time on government business and too much time at the Rostovs.
I visit, that's all.
You know she had a friendship with young Boris Trubetskoy.
Did she?
The old count helped Boris and his mother. To tell you the truth, virtually supported them. Natasha and Boris were children together.
There, the roan mare. That's a fine filly. Too good for a fellow like you, Pierre.
My dear friend, she's yours. I'll have her sent round.
There was a childish love, then?
Sorry?
Between Dobretskoy and...
Oh! That was a long time ago. Boris has other things on his mind at present.
And now...
Huh?
I am in love. I mean, I never experienced anything like it before. It just happened. I didn't know, I didn't expect. I thought I could never hope again.
Natasha Rostov?
Yes. Who else could it be? I simply can't believe it. This feeling, Pierre, it's stronger than I am. I've been going over and over these last few days. Every night after I leave their house, I suffer torments of hope, of grief, But I wouldn't exchange those torments, not for anything. Pierre, I haven't truly lived until now. I am alive, but I can't live without her. But can she love me? I'm old. I'm too old. I'm an old man. Pierre, speak to me.
She's a treasure. Yes, always said so. There's something special, strange, wonderful about her. Don't philosophize, don't give in to doubts. Marry her. Yes, marry, and be happy.
What about her feelings?
She loves you.
How do you know?
I have eyes. I've seen her how many times over the last few weeks? Dozens? I may not have that happiness or that hope, Andre, but I can see it in others. In her eyes, in yours. You've changed, my friend. The old cynicism, your contempt for life.
It's true, I can't deny it. I have a future now.
And your father, does he know?
Nobody knows yet, apart from you.
Natasha knows. But the old prince, what's he going to say to you?
I don't know. I'm travelling to Bald Hills next week. We'll talk then. I'll tell him what I feel, how I feel.
He's a man of the old school, Andre. I can't think he'll approve.
It doesn't matter what he says. I will not sacrifice my chance of happiness for him.
No, you mustn't. Take your chance while you can.
It's so... I'm sorry, but I have to tell someone, and well, who better than you? I never believed this would happen to me. The whole world, everything is divided in two. One half is Natasha. There is light and joy. The other half is gloom and darkness.
Gloom and darkness. Yes, I understand that.
I can't help loving the light, Pierre. And yes, I am happy. I am so happy.
And I am happy for you.
Yes?
Are you in bed?
You know I'm in bed. Come on.
Well, what?
Oh, for goodness sake. He's been here all day. What?
Oh, don't ask me anything now. I can't. I simply can't talk about it. Such a... That never happened to me before. Only I'm afraid. When he's here, I'm afraid. I mean, when I'm with him. What does that mean? Is it the real thing? Does it mean... Mama, are you asleep?
Of course not. I'm afraid too. Now, it's late. You should go to bed.
I won't sleep. How could I sleep? Mama, nothing like this has ever happened to me before. I can feel it here, right in my heart, as if it's all... How could it have happened? How did it...
Shush, don't get overexcited.
Mama! Right from that first glimpse in the country last year, and then he came to Petersburg just when we did and went to that ball the very night. It's fate. It had to happen. It was meant to happen from that first moment. I knew something was going to happen.
But what did he say to you today? Did he say anything?
It doesn't matter that he's a widower, does it? It doesn't. Not to me.
Now don't, Natasha. Marriages are made in heaven.
Oh. I'm so happy.
Well, Father?
It's not a brilliant match, Andre, huh?
I care for her deeply.
She is young.
Yes, she is young.
And you are not. And your health is not good. Your wound. After all, we thought you were dead. You came back to us.
Granted, I am not...
Came back to your child. You intend to entrust little Nikolai to this chit of a girl?
Father, I'm not saying there are no questions, no problems.
I'm an old man, Andre. I beg you to put it off. Put the matter off for a year. Huh? Go abroad. Take a cure. You'll be wanting a tutor for your son in due course. Look out for the right man. Then if your love or your passion or your obstinacy, if you please, is still as great, then marry. And that's my last word on the matter. Do you understand? My last.
Where is he? Why doesn't he come? It's almost a week since he was here. Why doesn't he come? Why?
Natasha.
Yes, Mama?
I wondered if everything was all right.
Of course it's all right. Why shouldn't it be?
If you've heard from him at all.
Why should I? He just came and... that's all. I don't...
Oh, Natasha.
I don't want to get married. Why should I? He frightens me. And I'm now quite calm. Quite calm.
I will be with Papa if you need me.
Well, what's the good of making so much of it all? What are 2 weeks? No more than 14 days, and I'm the girl in the mirror. That's me. And very nice too, thank you. Yes. Natasha Rostov. I need nobody. How charming. Pretty, a lovely voice, and in nobody's way. And if only they'd leave her in peace. If only they... Natasha! Coming, Sonia. I'm coming.
Prince Andrei Volkonsky to call on Countess Rostov.
Mama, he's here!
What is it, my dear? Who is here?
Prince Volkonsky! Oh, it's awful. What's supposed to do? I don't want...
Prince Andrei Volkonsky.
Prince Andrei.
Countess, Natasha. I have not called on you for some time, Countess, because I have been to see my father. I had to talk over a very important matter with him. I only got back last night.
What's he saying? What's he going to say?
We are always glad to see you, Prince.
I now wish to talk with you alone, Countess.
This moment. It can't be.
Go Natasha, I will call you.
Mama. Prince.
I have come, Countess, to ask for your daughter's hand.
Oh, your offer, Prince. Your offer is agreeable to us. Oh, yes, the Count and... My husband, but it will depend on her, on Natasha.
I will speak to her when I have your consent. Do I have it?
Yes. I am sure my husband will agree. And your father?
Countess, I have to tell you that he has made it an express condition of his consent that the wedding will not take place for a year.
Oh, she is young, but so long a time.
It is unavoidable.
Then go to her.
Can it really be that little Natasha, that I am going to be the wife, the equal of this strange, dear, clever man who even Papa looks up to? Can it be true?
Natasha, I have loved you from the very first moment I saw you. May I hope? Do you love me?
Yes. Yes.
Oh, what is it? What's the matter?
I'm so happy.
Forgive me, but you are so young, and I'm afraid that perhaps you do not yet know yourself. Natasha, I ask you to make me happy in a year's time, but until then you will be free.
What do you think?
Our engagement will remain a secret, and if you should find that you don't love me, or should you come to love...
No! From the first day I saw you, that first day, I have loved you from then.
In a year, you will learn to know yourself.
Oh, yes.
It is my father's wish, and if I want his blessing, I cannot. I will go abroad.
And can't it be helped? Oh, it's awful, awful. I shall die waiting a year. It's impossible. No. I'll do anything. I'm so happy. When is she going?
In a month.
So soon?
We shall know each other well before I leave. We shall make our love strong.
It is strong. I don't want you to go, Andre.
The time will pass, trust me. And should anything happen...
Nothing will happen.
Should you need anyone, Pierre Bezukov, you know him?
Of course, we've known him forever.
You like him?
Yes, he's a dear, but funny.
I've entrusted him with our secret. I've known him since childhood. He has a heart of gold, and yes, he's an absent-minded and sometimes absurd fellow, but if you ever need help, go to him.
Nothing will happen, Andre. You will go, and you will come back, and we will be married.
No, take them away. We'll do no building this year. I've had enough of building.
Yes, sir. Princess.
Father, you asked me to bring you...
I asked for what, madame? Who cares what I asked for? My time is past.
Papa, don't say that.
I was looking at the boy. You coddle him too much. Hover over him all the time, you and the nurse, like witches.
I don't want any harm to come to him.
And turn him into an old maid like you. You think your brother will thank you for that when he returns, huh? A milksop son, huh?
It's a pity he has to be away for so long. When he was here before he went, he seemed happier, sweeter than he has for years, since we were children.
You talk rubbish, madame. All that religion. Unwashed peasants, pilgrims, miraculous icons. Is that what you teach the boy, huh?
I believe very deeply
Now,
that
this day you do. We'll see you off on pilgrimage wearing a sack one day, huh? You blush, madame. Is that what you want?
I do not want to leave you, Father. My duty is here with you, with little Nikolai.
Duty? Duty? Who understands duty in Russia now? They all dance to French tunes while realizing that Bonaparte is piping them to hell. Here, you have a letter from your Petersburg friend Julie Karagin, I dare say.
You know we write, Father.
Of course you do. You think I'm a fool, all of you? How does she do?
She is being courted, I believe. A young man, I don't know who, but Julie says he's very brilliant.
Since Karagin is as plain as you, he's probably very poor. Is she prepared to buy a husband with her fortune? Well, why not, the way the world is now?
Last time she wrote, she said there were rumours about Andre and an engagement. Do you know anything?
Nothing. There is nothing. I know nothing.
Oh, that is what I told her. Andre could never forget Lise.
Have your letter, madame. Be so good as to relieve me of your gossip.
Sorry, Father. I didn't mean to anger you.
Maria.
Yes, Father. What is it?
Ask Mademoiselle Bourrienne to see me. I wish to talk with someone who is not priest-written.
Nikolai, old man!
Let's go! When did you get back?
No more than an hour ago.
Did you see him? Did you see Denisa?
Oh, I did.
Well, how is he, man? Don't keep me in suspense.
He was roaring for vodka when I left. No, seriously, he's better now that we've got peace.
Worse luck, eh?
All that business with the theft of the rations has been forgotten, and his wound is clearing up. There's only one thing that bothers him now.
Well?
What's happening to my company now that young Wostov's in charge? He told me to wish you all the best. He said no one deserved promotion more, and the Pavlograds were damned lucky to have you.
Good old Vaska. I miss him. And everything I know I learned from him.
Then you do him credit.
No, I don't know, old chap. I think I'm going to have to ask for some leave.
Surely not. Well, with the spring manoeuvres coming up.
My sister Natasha has got herself engaged.
Huh? Do we know the man?
I met him once, Prince Andrei Bolkonsky. Old family, rich. I think there's something special.
Yeah, wasn't his father something at one time?
Yes, under the Empress Catherine. And at the moment, he's just a thorn in everyone's flesh.
Huh? How so?
Oh, you know what civilians are like. Sorts of complications.
I know what you mean. With the regiment, we know exactly what we have to do, when we have to do it, and for how long.
And there's a girl at home.
There usually is.
No, a dear, sweet girl, Sonia. She grew up with us, and, Oh, look, old man, I love her.
Well, does she know?
Oh, yes, we're promised to each other.
Oh, another engagement?
Well, it's nothing official, it's between us. My word to her.
Oh, that's serious. Come on, old man, you can never hide a problem.
I've had a letter from home, from my mother. Well, you know how it is. She writes, I write. It's all very civilized. Doesn't mean anything at all. And now this. She's worried. It's the family finances.
Look, old boy, look, take some leave. Knock your agent's head. See the steward. Soon have it put to rights.
I think it's more serious than that.
I'm beginning to see my way here. You're Sonia.
She has no fortune of her own.
And they think you should go home and find yourself an heiress and make everything right again, is that it?
That's what I fear. And I tell you, old fellow, the whole thing scares me a damn sight more than the French ever did.
Oh, it's so much better being in the country.
When we were here last time, you said you wanted to be in town.
That was before.
Before?
Him! Now everything is different. Except that he's not here. And Papa is sad and Mama is worried. And you are moping, Sonia.
I am not.
Yes, you are.
I am not.
Well, a little bit. You want him to arrive, don't you?
Him?
Yes, him. Nikolai Rostov, Captain of Hussars.
Of course I do.
He'll be here soon, don't worry.
Time passed quicker in Petersburg.
Don't talk to me about time. Every letter Andre writes me makes me think of how long I have to wait for him.
Do you ever get scared about...
Well... Nikolai! It's him! Here!
Natasha! Sonia?
Nikolai? I'll tell them you're here. You've changed, Nikolai.
I'm a brutal soldier.
No. I mean, you've changed in a way, but you haven't really.
Well, you're not the same at all.
How? Am I ugly?
Oh, no, of course not. Dignity. You've got dignity. A princess.
Yes, yes, yes. And all because of Andre. Are you glad, Nikolai?
Very glad. He's an excellent fellow. And are you very much in love?
How shall I put it? I was in love with Boris and with my dancing teacher and with Denisov, but this is quite different. I feel at peace, settled. I know that no better man than Andre exists, and I'm content and calm.
But this year abroad, I don't understand.
Nikolai, Mama is waiting for you.
Oh, it's good that you're home. Your father will not speak to Mitenka.
Oh, he's steward now.
Yes, and I'm sure he's... What can I say, Nikolai? The money goes out. It does not seem to come in. We've already had to sell some of the smaller properties. Your papa is so generous.
And does he still play cards so that anyone can see his hand?
He does. And our neighbours still make money out of him. We must do something. Something must be done.
I can see that. And Natasha, she seems bright and cheerful.
She's living the last days of her girlhood. As for him...
You approve?
Well, he's a fine man, distinguished, all that she could ask for, but he's not strong. An old wound. And he spends so long abroad. What can be keeping him? God grant that everything turns out well.
God grant it does, Mama.
Mitenka! Why? Your Excellency. They told me the young master was home from the wars. We're glad to see you.
Is that so?
It is, Your Excellency.
Good. Then you'll be happy to give me an account of everything.
An account?
Of everything, man, at once. Do you understand? Am I making myself clear?
Well...
An account of everything.
Well, it's a bit
Shall we go in?
We'll
start with last year's profit and loss and work our way back, shall we?
My dear boy, it's a pity you got excited. Mitenka came to see me and told me all about it. The poor chap showed me his bruises. He was upset you didn't trust him.
Well, Papa, what is done is done.
It was only 700 rubles that caused the trouble. After all, it's a drop in the ocean compared to everything we owe. And he showed me that the money was entered on a later page that you didn't see.
He's a wretch and a thief, and I don't know how, but I know he's stealing from us.
No, you see, it was carried forward over the page, and you didn't look. The poor fellow assures me, promises me.
He's a thief, and I have no intention of taking back a word I said. But if you like, I won't speak to him about it again.
Oh, no, dear boy, I cannot seem to somehow understand. It all escapes me. I'm old. You must...
No, Papa, I've caused you unpleasantness. I understand all this carrying forward less than you do. We can only try to behave decently.
Well, there's this note, a promissory note from Boris Drubetskoy and his dear mother. It's for 2,000 rubles, and it's fallen due. I wanted your advice.
Oh, let me see, Papa. Anna Drubetskoy. Well, I don't like her, and I won't pretend I like Boris, but they were our friends. And they were poor. So my advice is...
Oh, bless you, Nikolai. Bless you.
Maria, a letter has come. It is from your brother. Oh, maybe there is news. All these rumours we hear
are nothing but rumours, mademoiselle. If you will excuse me.
I will be in the music room if you need me.
My dearest Maria, I have something to tell you that perhaps I should have told you before, or not have told you until I return. But I cannot keep silent. My feelings, my love, my whole life now make it impossible for me not to share my hopes with you, dear Maria.
Oh, Andre, it is true.
Natasha Rostov has given me back something I thought lost. My life. Father knows, and he has given his consent, provided that Natasha and I wait for a year. 6 months of that time has gone, and if the doctors will let me, I hope to return to Russia within the next few weeks. Now, you know my relations with Father.
Oh, Lord, help me be obedient and accepting of thy will. Help me curb my own fears and my own selfish desires.
I have always been independent, but to go against his will, to arouse his anger when he may remain with us only a short time, would destroy half my happiness. I beg you, Maria, go to him. Ask him to reduce the period of waiting by 4 months. Just that. 4 months that will mean so little to him. So much to me.
So, Madame?
It is Andre's deepest wish, Father. He begs you.
Write and tell your brother that he may wait until I am dead.
Father, no.
It won't be long. I shall soon set him free.
I am to write that?
Marry, my boy. A good family, clever people, are they?
Papa.
Yes, a nice stepmother for little Nikolai. Well, you may write and tell him he may marry tomorrow, if he likes. The Rostov girl will be Nikolai's stepmother. And I will marry Bourrienne.
Please.
Andre mustn't be without a stepmama either. Only one thing, Madame. No more women are wanted in my house. Let him marry and live by himself. Perhaps you will go and live with him too.
No.
Well, go then. Go in heaven's name. Go out into the frost. The frost! The frost!
Daniel!
Morning, Your Excellency. Brisk, eh?
Yeah, I'd say so. Bit of mist over the low ground.
Sun will burn it off soon enough.
Right. So it'll be clear then.
It will. Good dog.
Look at Daniel there. More like a bear than a man, not bred for indoors. A real huntsman. Doesn't give a damn for any of us. We have to earn his respect in the saddle. A good day then, Daniel. Right for a gallop and a hunt.
Aye. I sent one of the lads down to listen at dawn. That old she-wolf, Your Excellency. She's moved her cubs into the larch enclosure. Boy said he heard them yowling.
Oh, this could be the day we get her.
Oh, she's fast and cunning.
Have you fed the dogs yet?
No.
Then don't. Let's keep them sharp, eh?
As you say, Your Excellency.
Go and get the horse's saddle, then.
Your Excellency.
One for me, Daniel, and Petya.
Natasha, you can't come hunting.
Why not?
Well, because it's...
I knew you'd be going. Sonia said you wouldn't, but I only had to smell the morning air, and I knew you wouldn't be able to resist. I'm dressed for it, and all I need is a horse.
But you're engaged to be married.
Nikolai.
No, all right. Daniel!
Side saddle for the little countess, and the laddie too.
Please.
Petya wouldn't miss it for the world. He can't wait to be grown up like you, Nikolai.
And then you can twist him round your little finger.
Nonsense. No barriers bar a Russian's path. Do you really think you'll get that, old wolf?
Maybe. Maybe today is the day.
Then come along!
Everyone knows his place. It's almost like a maneuver. Even the dogs, they know their huntsmen, their masters. Hey, Mika! Hey, Karai! Easy now, Mika. Ooh, you'll have your wolf, Karai. You'll get it for me, eh? Bring it down in front of them all. You and me. My dogs, my wolf!
Hello! Hello! Nikolai Rostov!
Uncle?
Wait for me, hey!
Still hunting, Uncle? I thought you'd be saddled by the stove.
Thought it was you. Sure of it. Told me you were home. Back from the army, what?
Oh, for a while, anyway. Karai! Mika!
Looked out this morning. Perfect hunting weather, eh? Come on, I said. Come on, Uncle. Young Nikolai won't be able to resist this. That's it. Come on. He won't mind if Uncle joins the hunt, eh? That's it.
Oh, you're welcome, Uncle.
Shall we join the others?
Well, Daniel thinks the wolf is hiding in the larch plantation. That's where I'm going.
Let's see, shall we? My harriers are aching to run her down.
Not before Karai and Mika. Ahoy! Ahoy! drive her out towards me with any luck. No, I never have any luck when I need it. But if only they would. Oh, come on, Daniel. Drive her, drive her. Oh, Lord, I know thou art great and that it's a sin to ask this of thee, but for God's sake, let the old wolf come this way and let my hounds, let Carai take her down. No, luck never... Look how it was with Dolohov. I lost at cards and I'm losing now. Oh, Lord, it is. It is. She's coming. Ahoy! Mika! Oh, Carai, ho! After her. Take her down, boy. Take her down. She'll get away. Mika, go on, go on. Carai, don't let her reach the woods. No. She's mine, not yours. Mine. Carai, take her down. Oh, God, thank you for this one moment!
Nikolai, Natasha, it's been a long day. Come back to my house. Rest. Have some supper, both of you. Haven't seen you for so long, and who knows the way things are when I get the chance again.
What things, Uncle?
Well, you getting married for a start. Well, what do you say?
Oh, we say, of course.
Well, you know the way. Follow me.
Oh, I don't know how he keeps going. I'm absolutely exhausted.
Because he lives in the old style, like a peasant rather than a gentleman.
He knows what's what.
Mama said that when he took up with the village girl, he thought people would ignore him.
Who could ignore Uncle?
That's what Mama said. Didn't make a jot of difference. Folks still went to him to settle disputes or look after money.
We'll give them a glass of good vodka and a pipe. Come on!
Now, you take some of this. It's fresh honeycomb and nuts, little lady countess.
I could eat all of it. Won't you sit down too, Anisia Fedorovna?
Oh, no, not I, not I. I've far too much to keep me busy. Now, young sir, you'll have some too. I'll just leave it by you.
Oh, that's wonderful, Anisia.
If you want more, be sure to ask now.
Oh, what a day, eh?
So, now you've got your wolf, you don't have to prove how manly you are.
Natasha?
Be my little Nikolai again.
Well, little countess, you ride like a real Cossack. Oh, it's good to see you again.
I love it here. Everything's so...
Simple?
natural.
It's how I want to end my time. I till my own fields, try to harm no one, and if death comes along one day, why, I'll offer him a glass of Anisia's pepper vodka, and I won't hold it against him when he says, "Come along now, uncle." Until then, I'll live like a Russian, smelling the soil in the air.
Why didn't you ever join the civil service or the army, Uncle?
Oh, I did once, but I was too stupid for all that stuff. Now, hunting or keeping bees, I can manage that.
And rye cakes, and pickled mushrooms, and nuts, and honey bristles.
But that's Anisia. She gathers everything and makes something good out of it.
This is perfect.
No, there's something missing.
What? What's missing?
I remember when I was young, you always used to sing a song after the hunt. And one about the peddler, didn't you, Nikolai?
He did. But maybe he's forgotten.
Oh, forgotten him? Never. Here's his guitar.
Seems like I've no choice then. Yeah. No, you stay, Anisia. You brought the guitar. You'll have to stay and sing with us.
Go on, Uncle.
See, my pack is filled to overflowing with calicoes and brocades rare. How it strains against my aching shoulders, how may I such burdens bear? How it strains against my aching shoulders, how may I such burdens bear? Hide, 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 da. Hide, 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 da. Oh, the steps lie far and wide.
Just you now, little countess.
I will wait till night comes darkening in white fields of dreaming wheat, till your dark eyes shine on me while I
Hide-a, 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 hide-a-da. Hide-a, hide-a, hide-a-da. Oh, the steps lie far and wide.
I know that I shall never again be as happy and as tranquil as I am now. In this very moment.
Is it not wonderful to be back in Moscow, Maria? Here one can live as one ought. Theatre, opera...
I can't bring myself to like the city. But Father wishes it, and if there is to be a marriage...
But of course there is. It'll be wonderful.
I wish Andre would come back. And yet I wish he would not. Mademoiselle, there was something I wished to say to you.
Yes, Princess?
My father is... As you know, he is not always himself.
Oh, the Prince seems to me to be everything.
I did not ask you how you felt. You are taking advantage of his weakness.
Princess Maria.
It is horrible, a vile thing to do.
I have done nothing.
Leave me. Go away. Go!
Do you wish to soup, Princess?
Thank you, Philippe. I would like...
You, Philippe, did I not give orders that Mademoiselle Bourienne was to be served first? Eh? Well...
I forgot, Your Excellency.
You could forget you served at table, you fool, because from tomorrow you'll serve in the army. I'll have you conscripted. Get out.
Father, please. It wasn't Philippe's fault.
He doesn't obey. She is the first person in this house. She is my best friend. And if you, madame, allow yourself to forget that and dare to talk to her, as you did this morning, then I will show you who is master in this house.
Father.
Beg her pardon.
Mademoiselle, I beg your pardon for speaking so to you. I had no cause.
Princess, It was nothing.
One cannot get a moment's peace. You and I, madame, we must part. I cannot endure this anymore. And don't imagine I have said this in anger. I'm quite calm. I have thought it out. We must part. So find a place for yourself. Oh, if only some fool would marry her.
My dear Count Bezuha.
Boris.
Pierre, how are you? Going to Bolkonsky's Christmas soiree?
Yes, You know, Bazdaev has died.
Bazdaev?
The mason. You still attend?
Life's so busy nowadays.
Yes. I heard from Hélène you've been promoted.
Small step, but I've not seen your charming wife so much of late. You must give her my apologies.
Yes. Work?
Can I confide in you, old man?
Yes, of course.
I'm thinking of getting married.
Who's the lady?
I haven't quite decided yet.
Bolkonsky's daughter is an heiress.
Would you know her?
She's a fine woman. Yes, I do.
I've called on her once or twice. Maria Bolkonsky or her friend Julie Karagin. Both rich, both plain.
Boris. Shall we go in? After you. May I sit with you a while away from all the noise?
Oh, yes.
Can I wish you all the joy of the season?
Yes, very droll, Captain. I must remember it.
Have you known Boris Trubetskoy long?
No, not long.
Do you like him?
Well, he's very pleasant. Why?
Because I've observed that when a young man comes on leave from Petersburg to Moscow, it's usually with the idea of marrying an heiress.
You have observed that?
At present, I think he's dividing his time between you and Mademoiselle Julie Karagin.
Yes, I know. If only I could confide in Pierre. He's kind and generous and would never judge. He could give me advice.
I wondered...
I beg your pardon?
I wondered whether you would consider marrying Boris.
Oh, Count,
Sometimes there are moments when I would marry anybody. It is so bitter to love someone close to you and you can do nothing except hurt him, annoy him. And there is nothing you can do to change that except go away. But where could I go?
Please don't cry, Maria. Tell me.
I don't know what's wrong with me today. But please forget what I said. Have you news of the Rostovs?
I believe they'll be coming to Moscow soon after Christmas.
I'm expecting Andrei in the new year.
And how does your father regard the business?
In a few months the year will be up and then it will not matter. Pierre, what is she like, this girl? Andrei is risking so much for her, going against his father's will. I should like to know.
I don't know what sort of girl she is. I can't analyse her. She's enchanting, but as to what makes her so...
Is she clever?
I think not. And yet, well, maybe yes. She's simply enchanting, and that is all.
I do so much want to like her. I do. For Andrei.
Natasha, why are you wandering about like an outcast?
No reason. I'm not.
What do you want?
Him! I want him now, this minute! Don't look at me, Mama. I shall cry if you look at me.
Sit down with me a moment.
Mama, I want him. Why doesn't he come? Why should I be wasted like this? Oh, I'll go and help Petya with the decoration.
Natasha? Mama, isn't Natasha all right? Everyone seems tense and it's Christmas.
Sit down, Nikolai.
What is it, Mama?
You know we are going to have to sell one of the houses.
Yeah, Papa did say something about it. He's very concerned, isn't he?
He's too good-natured. All those people we are supporting, a dancing master, a music master, all your old governesses and tutors and relations and more than 50 horses and the huntsman.
I know, we should cut down.
Nikolai, it is too late for that. There is only one thing that can help us now. You must marry an heiress.
But, Mama... Well, suppose I love a girl who has no fortune. Would you expect me to sacrifice my feelings and my honour for the sake of money?
No, you don't understand. It's your happiness I wish for.
Oh, Mama, don't cry. I have to tell you. Last week, when we all visited the Danilovnas for their Christmas party and we put on fancy dress, and Sonia, you remember, dressed up as a hussar with burnt cork moustaches.
No, Nikolai, no.
Oh, she was lovely, wasn't she? Utterly lovely.
Nikolai.
Mama, it's Christmas. We're all here together. Who knows what the future might bring for any of us?
Oh, it's in God's hands. Not ours.
So let's celebrate together. All of us Rostovs. Come along.
The moon walks in the fields of the sky, and this holy eve brings good people joy. And behind him walks the round red sun, and this holy eve brings good people joy. Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas. I smell good cheer here.
In episode 5 of War and Peace, dramatised by Mike Walker, Simon Russell Beale played Pierre Betsukov, Amanda Redman, Ellen Betsukov, Emily Mortimer, Natasha Rostov, and Gerard Murphy, Andrei Bolkonsky. Nikolai Rostov was Jonathan Firth, Maria Bolkonsky, Abigail McKern, Old Prince Bolkonsky, Richard Johnson, and Sonia, Alison Pettit. Sean Baker was Count Rostov, Rachel Atkins, Madame Bourrienne, David Brooks, Boris Dubretskoy, Antonia Fuebu, Leskov, John Rowe, Uncle, and Carolyn Jones, Anicia. Other parts were played by Gerard McDermott and Chris Wright. The narrator, General Katutsov, was played by Leo McKern. The music was by Neil Brand. Technical presentation was by Tim Sturgeon and Rebecca Kirby, and the production assistant was Fenella Capadia. The director was Janet Whittaker.